Okay, listen up, people. No, seriously, now pause that Blox grind, put the leopard in the bag, and listen up, because what I'm about to show you is not just a new game, it's a new revolution, a new era. A Roblox game that actually feels like you're inside One Piece. A game made by devs who are tired of the same old
farm bosses, eat fruits, click and repeat
formula that people have been doing for ages now. Officially confirmed to be coming to Roblox this year, they made something that's not just different, it's built different. This isn't no Blockstreet's copy. This is more like Blockstreet's a little Timmy here, and rellseas is Sam Sulek on trend. Yeah, cause like that's what it is.
Emotional damage!
Anyways, what I'm trying to say is this isn't just a clone with better graphics. I'm talking about some actual pirate stuff up here. This is like ship combat. It doesn't feel like noodle fights or devil fruits that don't make ships look irrelevant. And well, I guess you could say it's more juicy than your 12-year-old cousin's search history looking for Buddha fruits? Because that's what we do at 3 a.m., right? Anyways, we're about to break down why this game, Rell is going to be better than Blox or any game you've seen on Roblox so far, and why it's going to bring that magic you've seen on Roblox in the past with Blox in its prime, and why it's going to be 10 times better. So what even is Rell? Think about everything you wish Roblox's Blox had, like things like actual exploration, fully customizable ships, working ships while combat, even like jail systems, like a full marine versus pirate dynamic system, and even slacking off devs who won't give you updates for years and years on, only to slack off and give you a new fruit that has new abilities but does the same thing. Yeah, okay, enough about Blox. This game is rellseas. Built on custom physics, custom ship systems, and even interiors, this game has combat systems that work on ships while you're moving, so imagine things like Red Dead Redemption or GTA level on this Roblox game. This is gonna be like a dream for One Piece fans who've been waiting for a game like this. No more slousy, lacking off, garbage One Piece with 2019 graphics. We're talking about Rell games, the Rell Bros, the Carrot Bros, if you know, you know. The masterminds behind Shindo Life and games like Naruto RPG Beyond. If you played Shindo Life back in the day, we all know we would have switched up on our day ones for the Nine Tails Kurama back in the day. These games ruled the anime community on Roblox for years. And let me just say, they're not new to this. They've been grinding and putting out these games for years now. Even back when we were a bacon head on Roblox with no Robux, they were ruling Roblox back in the prime Shindo days. Imagine if Blox showered and stopped gooning. That's what this game will be. Unlike Blox, we have to spam click and keep grinding levels, and rellseas will actually be living the pirate life. You have to be building your crews, crafting your ships, raiding, sailing, fighting marines, getting caught, going to marine jail, escaping, and you get the idea. You're not going to be able to spam your way through it. It's going to be much deeper than that, which is why this is going to be so fun. What's different about ships in rellseas is that your ship is going to be like the core of your pirate identity. There's going to be ship classes, sloops, caravels, galleons. Each has different stats, turning speeds, cannon slots, and there's actual parts that you can change. You can literally customize your decks, rears, flags, materials. You can add steam engines and ramming parts. Like you can upgrade your parts of your ship, your durability, and even more. Certain things that rellseas has that Bloxers never had are things like cooking systems. You can literally cook fish on a pot of fire and install full stoves on your ship. You can craft meals, boost stats, and survive. And it's not just about aesthetics, it's about pirate survival. You can't just move around and keep clicking. There's gonna be things like jail systems. If you attack the wrong NPC, boom, you get caught. You're in prisoner camp. Like you're with the Marines now. You can't just wait 10 seconds and teleport out of there. You're mining, you're doing time, you're trying to escape. We don't really know much about the system yet, but it's gonna be much cooler than what Blox is. I'd say the coolest thing in this game by far is the talking feature in this game. You'll be able to communicate with people and call them through the snail phones in One Piece. You'll be able to call them if you have VC, and basically just call any single player in the map in the game. And it's basically gonna be like a fun little thing where you can communicate with players around the map. It's gonna be something really unique and something that we haven't seen in other games so far. The cool thing about ships in this game is that they're not just gonna be for transportation. They're gonna have cannons that have aim, delay, damage multipliers, and like things like if you hit the same spot repeatedly, you're gonna start breaking through it. Hit markers that glow, that go from like yellow to orange to red. Things like triple damage, ship PvP, and it's gonna be all about strategy. But oh no, these oceans aren't just gonna be a little cruise around the ocean. They're gonna have tsunami zones, Big waves that are gonna damage your ship over time. If you're caught slacking, you'll be swimming, buddy. There are gonna be storm zones, weather's affecting your sailing. If winds shift, waves will get wild, and the visibility. Now, don't be surprised if your ship flips over like your KD ratio in Fortnite. Yeah, by the way, there's gonna be sinkholes, actual like whirlpools that are gonna drag you down. Now, you might not notice while you're getting pulled into it until it's too late. The devs are calling it a trap zone, and trust me, it's like a straight death. So you definitely want to have a good ship. There's gonna be sea kings, not just for a show, but these things will spawn with purpose. And when they do, the weather is gonna flip and everything's gonna get dangerous fast. So think about sea beasts from Blox Fruits, but actually terrifying. They're not gonna be little easy to fight little monsters in the ocean. They're gonna be actual big terrifying huge beasts that are gonna actually be ginormous, not these little worms in the ocean like in Blox Fruits. One more thing, the devs actually confirmed sea beast weather affects your ship and it turns the water into a battlefield. Now imagine fighting a sea monster and then finding another pirate crew and then trying to keep your ship afloat, trying to prevent it from sinking, and doing all that all at once. And if you thought Blox Fruits was hard, get ready buddy, you're going down. Now let's talk about devil fruits. Are the fruits overpowered? Like can you fly into islands and solo everyone? Now we're going to be getting right into that. Yeah, devil fruits are going to be pretty overpowered, but ships are going to be the main thing. Ships are going to be way stronger. Devil fruits are definitely going to be cool, but they're not going to be the main way to travel. You're not going to Uber Eats your way through the islands with your devil fruits. You're going to want to actually use your ships in a fun way sailing through the ocean. And that's the amazing thing. In Blox Fruits, once you get a rare fruit, it basically becomes a pay to win. You keep clicking and you win. And rellseas, it's a tool and not a cheat code. Like, it's all about strategy rather than spam. So even if you get the best fruit in the game, you can't win unless you're actually good and you actually play the game. And what's even better is you can't find every fruit the same way. There's gonna be different ways. For example, boss drops, sea exploration, merchant trades, and it keeps the world interesting. It'll be telling stories like,
Hey yo, I found my Logia after escaping the Sea King in a sinkhole from a thunderstorm.
yeah, by the way, you're gonna be able to explore the underwater. Unlike Blox Fruits where it's like a one block thing where if you step in the water, you're gone. This game will let you explore water with submarines and it's gonna let you swim under it. It's gonna let you explore and it's gonna be really cool. Now this game isn't gonna be all about pirates. You can also be a marine. And this isn't just like a title. Marines also get ranks and responsibilities, missions, and you're going to be able to get unique locations that pirates actually can't get through. What we know with the Marine progression system so far is that you're going to start as a basic recruit, you're going to rank up through missions and performance, and eventually you're going to earn access to Impel Down, which is going to be like a top tier prison, and you're going to become Admiral and start controlling parts of the map. Now, we don't know how far into the game they are with this, but it's going to be pretty cool. And these aren't just NPC ranks. The devs are actually planning to create a player-run factions. So this means even if you're not good enough, or if you are good enough, you can command fleets, you can make arrests, you can raid pirate camps, and you can actually impact the game world. They actually teased a real government system where high-level Marines can judge the other players and they can have a corruption arc writing itself. We don't know how far into this they are or if they're actually going to commit to that, but if they do, it's actually going to be pretty cool. It's not going to be just an NPC based system. Now let's get to the customization. You're going to get the crew creation, so you're going to get to name your crews and customize it. You're going to pick your emblem, your uniforms, your hierarchy, and you're going to get to build your own ships, from sailing to rams to full on engine upgrades to everything. You're even going to get to look at island interiors, everything from buildings, every port, every town has full interiors. Nothing's just decoration. You can actually enter buildings, interact, and do real tasks. It's actually really cool. It's kind of like GTA on a smaller scale. One of the big reasons why it's taking so long for this game to come out is that the devs are actually focused on making the interiors of this game. They're going to make it a full-on exploration map. For example, the devs actually got lost in their own map making this game, which tells us how big this game is actually going to be. In their older games like Shindo Life, even they're not their games, like things like Blox Fruits, all the interiors, everything was pretty basic, like 2019 level Roblox. But this is gonna be something else. Like, these graphics look actually insane. They don't even look like Roblox. They look completely brand new, and they're actually gonna change this game forever. What else is new is that you can fish, you can cook, you can trade, you can roleplay your crew while walking down into a tavern. You can take missions or even like run a black market with other made crews and factions. From what we know about jail systems in rellseas, if you get caught, you're not gonna be sitting in some jail cell for 30 seconds. There's gonna be prison camps. You're gonna be mining for your freedom like it's 1922. You're gonna be in working zones where NPCs will watch you actually do the work, and you're not free. You're gonna be impelled down. Like it's gonna be the final level where basically you're gonna be looks maxing in a prison with sea creatures. Yeah, that wasn't funny. Marines will be able to arrest actual real players, and if you take off the wrong admiral, you're getting thrown in a pit. And this isn't gonna be just some feature. It's gonna be like actual gameplay. So your story can literally change based off like how you do in the game. So you better build a good reputation. So anyways, there's a lot of One Piece games, and some have flashy powers that let you grind in peace. But rellseas is gonna be something way bigger. It's a community and like a story generator. It's basically like a world you live in. You're gonna form a crew, not just a squad. You're gonna be fighting and moving ships and not just plastic rafts. You're gonna actually have to survive. You're gonna have to fight sea kings and traders. You're gonna have to battle. You're gonna have to build a whole storyline, and you're gonna have to climb the marine ranks and try to become the most wanted pirate. These mechanics are so detailed and in depth, something that we haven't seen on Roblox probably ever. So what's gonna be next in this game? The devs already teased more fruits, faction wars, sea beasts and boss fights, naval invasions, open testing waves, and player-run governments. We already know there's gonna be different islands, things like Skypiea, where it's gonna be so in details. Probably gonna be islands for each and every single piece of Skypiea, like from the anime. So if you're ready to grind this game and leave block shoots behind with that bland old game, comment down below what's your crew name and what's gonna be your favorite fruit that you're looking forward to. Once the game comes out, we are all gonna be grinding it. No more making kids cry and grow a garden. We're gonna be grinding this game like it's World War III. Anyways, don't be a 12-year-old kitsune spammer and hit the sub button.